day and welcome to News Express. Now, Nigeria's political landscape is steadily shifting into full campaign mode as preparations for the 2027 general elections gathered momentum. And one of the most symbolic endorsements so far has come from within the ruling establishment itself. The Minister of Works, David Umahi, has formally signed the nomination form of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, describing the act not merely as a procedural step, but as what he called a victory form that signals continuity, consolidation, and confidence in the direction of the current administration. His endorsement adds another layer of political weight to an already active re-election campaign that is gradually taking shape across the ruling All Progressive Congress. Speaking through a statement issued by his media aide, Umahi framed the endorsement as part of a broader national development narrative rather than a narrow partisan gesture. He argued that Nigeria is at a critical stage where policy consistency and leadership continuity are essential for sustaining long-term infrastructure and economic reforms. In his views, the current administration has already set in motion projects that require time, stability, and uninterrupted execution to achieve their full impact. Therefore, the decision to back a second-term bid, he suggested, is rooted in the belief that changing leadership at this stage could disrupt ongoing development gains. Umahi specifically highlighted the administration's focus on infrastructure delivery, pointing to ongoing road construction and rehabilitation projects across different parts of the country as central pillars of national transformation. According to him, these initiatives are not isolated projects, but part of a coordinated effort to improve connectivity, boost economic activity, and enhance national productivity. He stressed that the scale and ambition of this project requires sustained political will, arguing that continuity in leadership will ensure that such efforts are not abandoned midway or slowed by administrative transitions. Beyond infrastructure, the minister positioned these endorsements within a broader ideological framework of stability and governance continuity. He described the nomination form signing as a reflection of what he termed a collective commitment to national progress, suggesting that the decision goes beyond individual political loyalty and instead represents a shared belief in a long-term development trajectory. In this framing, the 2027 election is not simply about political competition, but about choosing whether to continue an existing policy direction or reset it entirely. This message of continuity is increasingly becoming a central theme within the ruling party's political communication strategy, as senior figures seek to build a narrative around performance and ongoing projects. Umahi's statement reinforces that approach by representing the administration's achievements as part of an unfinished agenda that requires additional time to complete. He further argued that leadership consistency is a critical factor in achieving long-term national goals, particularly in a country where policy discontinuity has often disrupted development plans. The symbolic weight of Umahi's endorsement is further amplified by the growing visibility of internal mobilization efforts within the ruling party. Reports indicate that senior political actors have already begun facilitating the formal nomination process, with key allies securing and submitting expression of interest forms on behalf of the president. Among those involved is lawmaker James Falake, who reportedly obtained the nomination documents in Abuja, following the opening of the process by the party's national leadership. The nomination forms, valued at 100 million naira, mark the formal beginning of what is expected to be a structured and well-resourced re-election campaign. This early mobilization reflects a broader political reality in which major parties in Nigeria begin positioning themselves long before official campaign periods commence. The Independent National Electoral Commission has already set the timeline for the 2027 elections, with Presidential and National Assembly polls scheduled for January 16, 2027, while governorship and state assembly elections are expected to follow in February. With these dates in place, political actors are now transitioning from speculation to active preparation, and endorsements such as Umahi's serve as early indicators of how the contest lines are being drawn. Within this context, the language of victory used by Umahi is particularly significant. It signals not just support for a candidate, but confidence in electoral outcome and governance direction. By describing the nomination form as a victory form, he is effectively reframing the nomination process as a confirmation of political momentum rather than a competitive hurdle. This kind of messaging is often used to project strength, consolidate party unity, and discourage internal dissent as election cycles approach. At the same time, the endorsements also reflect the importance of political alignment within the executive branch of government. As Minister of Works, Umahi oversees one of the most visible and politically sensitive sectors in Nigeria. Infrastructure development. His public support therefore carries both symbolic and practical implications, reinforcing the administration's narrative that is delivering measurable progress in key sectors of national development. It also signals to party stakeholders that senior officials are united behind President's second-term ambition. However, beneath the surface of these endorsements lies a broader political environment that remains highly competitive and unpredictable. While the ruling party moves to consolidate support, opposition parties are simultaneously grappling with internal divisions and coalition negotiations. This parallel activity sets the stage for what is expected to be a highly contested electoral cycle, where performance narratives, coalition strength, and voter sentiments will all play decisive roles. For now, Umahi's endorsement adds momentum to the ruling party's early campaign architecture, reinforcing a message of continuity, stability, and ongoing development. It also highlights the growing importance of symbolic political acts in shaping public perception long before formal campaigns begin. As 2027 approaches, such endorsements are likely to increase, each contributing to the broader narrative battle that will define Nigeria's next electoral contest. What remains clear is that the political season has already begun in practice, even if not officially declared, and every statement, signature, and endorsement is gradually shaping the contours of what is expected to be one of Nigeria's most closely watched elections in recent history. That's all for now on News Express. If you have something to say, head over to the comment section and share your thoughts. We would love to hear from you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. I'm Chidera Esum. Thank you for watching. Do have a beautiful day.